How's it, guys? You're speaking to Penwell the Black Pen. I know I'm looking very hobo-ish these days. I just haven't had a chance to shave and to cut my hair. I wanted to talk about this thing, ya Vusi Thembekwayo and Sizwe Dhlomo. For those who haven't seen it, the guys were having what they call a tour, a Twitter war. Vusi Thembekwayo posted a video. I think he was still in London at the time, and he was basically giving advice or giving his thoughts around the taxi strike that was happening, talking about how the taxi industry needs to come together and buy taxis in bulk, and how they have to create their own dealership and so that they can lower their financing requirements. And then Sizwe Dhlomo basically attacked him on Twitter, talking about how this guy basically bit and stole his lines that he'd basically come up with, I think, a while back. He said on Twitter that he'd interviewed the CFO of Santaco, the South African National Taxi Association, I think. It's very interesting, and I think our biggest takeout, which is probably something that's been trending a lot these days, and something that I also posted. It's a post I saw, and I reposted it on my Facebook and on my LinkedIn profile. I did hashtag stolen on the top just to show that it's actually not my writing. So it's talking about the Pakistani spaza shops, which are all over the country now at this point in time. Black people, black business people need to understand that we need to work together. Doing things on your own, operating independently, is great, it's beautiful, you're in control, but it limits you from something called economies of scale, which is something that if you did economics 101, like I did at varsity, you'd know that economies of scale is basically when you're buying in bulk, and when you buy in bulk, you get a discount because the wholesalers know that since we're pushing a lot of units, we can offer a better rate for this person to push units. How Pakistanis buy is that it's almost like a stokvel, and I love the concept of stokvels. It's almost like a stokvel in the sense that they come together, they pool resources. When they buy from wholesalers, they buy as if they are a big supermarket chain, and therefore they can afford to get big discounts, and that's how they can price things lower in the townships and basically kill all other small spaza shops owned by black people who buy on their own from Macro or from Jumbo, from Rhino, from Mac or from Metro, and end up having to pay a lot. And then when they come and add their margin, the price just looks absolutely ridiculous. We need to come together, not just in spaza shops. If you are making clothing, if you are doing catering, if you run what they call a branding company where you do business cards and websites, find other people that do the same thing, work together. There's no nobility lost. There's no legacy lost when you start working with people and building something bigger. Because owning 10% of a billion rand company is worth much more than owning 100% of a 10,000 rand company. You have friends who can bring in more business, who can grow your profile, and you guys can, when you're pitching for a tender, when you're pitching for a big business account, when you guys come as 20 employees or 20 owners of this company, it looks so much more powerful than a one-person army. People take you more seriously. You can get way more business people because all of you have family members and friends that you can tap into. So work together. A parting shot is that someone on Twitter was saying, because Vusi and Sizwe are both Zulu guys, someone was saying, it's it's two Zulu guys fighting over taxis. What's new?